My aunt's estate lawyer froze. When Bryce's hotel Folio still listed Vanessa as guest 2. My Aunt Mara died in January, and somehow, the ugliest argument about her life waited until the estate meeting. She had pancreatic cancer for 11 months. Bryce, her fiancé, told everyone he was there for every hard part. My mother cooked, I drove Mara to chemo when Bryce had client calls, and my cousins handled groceries. But Bryce kept the title of devoted partner because he said it first and most often. I never trusted him completely. Not because I had proof. Because of little things that felt wrong. A woman named Vanessa calling after 10. Bryce saying Vanessa was only helping him research housing near the treatment hospital. One November weekend when he texted the family that he was buried in Mara's case all day. Even though Mara never left my mother's den and I sat with her while she watched TV. I kept quiet because Mara loved him. The probate meeting was in a conference room above a tax office. Bryce asked the estate to reimburse him for travel and lodging for Mara's treatment period. He also wanted consideration on personal items, including the sapphire ring she got from Grandma. Miss Elkins, the estate lawyer, printed the packet Bryce emailed the night before. She worked through the receipts, gas, parking, one hotel near the oncology clinic. Then she stopped at a Folio from Cedar House in Asheville and asked whether that trip connected to treatment. Bryce said yes too fast. He said it was the November consultation weekend. My mother said Mara never made that trip because she had a fever. Bryce said the appointment still mattered, and he drove down to meet a specialist anyway. Then Miss Elkins turned the page. Why does this hotel Folio list a second guest? She slid the paper across the table. Room 6, 24. 1 king bed, 2 breakfasts, spa access. Guest 2, Vanessa Hale. Nobody moved. Bryce said Vanessa only came because her brother lived nearby and knew the medical network. He said the room was booked through a patient rate block and the hotel automatically added spa access. He said guest 2 could mean anything from a billing detail to a check-in formality. What made the room change was the date. November 18th, the Saturday Mara lay in my mother's den asking me to keep the lights low because her head hurt. The Saturday Bryce texted the family group. With Mara's case all day, May miss calls. I still had the screenshot because my mother asked for it later. My cousin Danny asked why he told everyone he was with Mara if he was at a hotel in Asheville with Vanessa. Bryce said he meant with Mara's case, not physically beside her, and accused us of twisting language because we wanted to cut him out of the estate. My mother asked the only useful question. Why was Vanessa in your room at all? Bryce got smaller after that. Vanessa drove. Vanessa knew hospice systems. Vanessa cried because her own mother died in hospice. Nothing happened. Nothing physical. Maybe some people would buy it. Maybe grief creates strange alliances. Maybe he did not technically cheat in a hotel room he should never have shared. But he absolutely used Mara's illness as cover for a trip he lied about, and he absolutely tried to build the estate for it afterward. Miss Elkins set the Folio aside and said that weekend reimbursement was suspended. Then she asked my mother whether Bryce's request still reflected the family's wishes. Until then, Bryce still had the moral protection people give the surviving partner. After that, he was just the man whose hotel Folio placed another woman in his room on the same weekend he told the family he was absorbed in Mara's care. My mother said the sapphire ring would remain in the blood family until everything else was sorted. Bryce said we were punishing him for grieving badly. Maybe we were, but by the time the meeting ended, nobody in that room was arguing over whether the Folio looked harmless. They were arguing over how long he had counted on illness to make his lies feel untouchable.